Welcome to Happy Mommy and Sleepy Baby. I am so happy that you are here, and I'm excited to work out and get our babies tired and encourage you. So let's start with a little bounce here, and you can do it any way you want. Listen, with this workout, I just want you to have fun, get your heart rate up, and bond with your baby and get encouraged. And so don't push it. Don't do anything that feels uncomfortable or that you're not ready for. Let's do some pliés now. And I encourage you not to worry about perfect form. Clearly, I'm not doing perfect form in this video. I do want you to focus on keeping your back nice and straight so we don't strain our backs. Listen, I want to encourage you. You are an incredible woman. You have gone through quite the ordeal growing and having a baby, and now you have this beautiful child, and it's incredible the things that you do throughout the day. You are caring for your baby and loving your baby and trying to fit everything in, and it's hard sometimes. And I just want to encourage you that you're doing a great job and that you are a very, very special woman, and that God loves you so much. And He sees you. He sees all the little things that you're doing. And He knows all the little things that you're doing. And He's proud of you. Let's twist and squat down. God sees you. Sometimes it's a thankless job, and sometimes nobody sees all the little things that you do, but He does. And your children will be changed forever for the way that you love them, the time that you spend with them, the way that you discipline them. They will be changed forever. Just the gift of your presence alone is the most powerful gift that you are giving your baby. So when you have those days when you literally can get nothing done but just sitting and feeding your baby, that is the most important, special gift that you can give them. The discipline of motherhood is just to be still and to be present. And at the end of the day, that's probably the only thing that your child will remember about you. The times that you sat and were still with them. Not the house, not the food, not how clean the house was, but just the gift of being with you. Let's do some calf raises now. And if you're feeling unsteady or unbalanced, just keep marching. Don't worry about doing it right or doing it perfect. Just do what feels good to you. We're just having fun. And you know, for me in this season, my word has been grace. Grace. You know, because our hormones are high, our sleep is low, we're hungry, we're physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausted. So in this season, we not only need to be gentle with our bodies physically, but gentle with ourselves emotionally and mentally. You know, I have to frequently remind myself, Crystal, relax. And for me, I'm talking mentally relaxing. Stop overthinking everything and worrying about everything. I have to remind myself to not be so critical and unrealistic with expectations and comparisons and negative self-talk, and just give myself permission to be loved. As we're doing these side bends, I want to encourage you to keep that back nice and straight and only bend as far as what's comfortable for you. Because if we have a hunched back when we do these, it can really put a strain on your lower back. And a variation of this is using weights if you don't have your baby for this exercise. Something that's really been helping me in this season of relentless mothering is just the gift of laughter. And you know, I'm finding the more I extend grace to myself and just give myself permission to relax mentally, the more I'm able to be more peaceful and just laugh at the craziness of this season and how ridiculous it can be at times, versus crying or becoming resentful or just becoming totally burnt out, which is really easy to do in this season. We're going to dip down and tap our toes and go as fast or as slow as you want to. So, the other day, it was just one of those insane days where everything is going wrong and the kids are crazy and the baby's fussy and the house is messy and I haven't showered yet and I'm exhausted and it's just one thing after the other. And, it got to the point where I literally was almost about to be in tears, and I just kind of looked up and just said out loud, "Anything else?" And I just burst out laughing because it was so ridiculous how bad the day was going that I just had to laugh. And it really helped me significantly to just release all that pent up tension and craziness. And I find that I'm more playful now when I practice this. I don't always practice this, but when I do, I find that I'm a lot more playful and a lot more happier, and my kids are noticing this and they're loving it. They're loving a mom that's more light and more fun and more playful and less angry and resentful and tired and exhausted. I just want to encourage you, if you are struggling or if you are feeling just exhausted and just burnt out in this season of motherhood, you are not alone. It is really hard and really challenging. There are some really high highs and some low lows. I just want you to know you're not alone. And I'm a woman of God. I love the Lord and I love to pray and encourage women. And if you're needing some encouragement or some prayer, I want you to send me an email or just write a comment below so I can pray for you and encourage you and allow you to see that you're not the only one. So be encouraged. God loves you and you are doing an excellent job. So now we're just going to re-loop everything that we just did. And if you're getting tired now and if you want to call it quits, then just sit back, nurse your baby, and just keep watching and listening. And I'm just so glad that you're here right now. And I hope you're getting encouraged by the Lord. So we've talked a lot about mom life. Now I want to transition and talk a little bit about that beautiful baby that you have there. And I think when it comes to baby talk, the biggest elephant in the room is sleep, sleep, sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? Is your baby sleeping? Are they sleeping through the night? That pressure, are you getting the sleep you need? It's so real. And I think really the hardest part of being a mom is just not getting that sleep that we need. When I don't get the sleep I need, I really can become a different person. I feel exhausted emotionally, mentally, and physically, and it's really hard to function. So what I'm going to do is share a couple tips that I think could be helpful for you and for your baby. I really do wish there was this magical formula that made your baby sleep and that worked every time, but I'm going to be honest with you. I've found there's not. And sometimes I apply all of these techniques and tips that I'm going to share and they still don't work. And sometimes they do. And so I just want to encourage you. There is no perfect solution to sleep, but I do think that there are some tips that can be helpful. Every baby is different. Some babies are just born with a desire to sleep. Some babies love to sleep and they want to sleep more. And other babies want to sleep less. Just like adults, some of us need more or less sleep compared to others. And so it's no different with your baby. But I think the biggest thing with getting them to sleep is helping them to learn the skill of sleeping independently and without you. And so when your baby is first born as a newborn, the biggest thing that I try to focus on is helping them to switch their days and their nights, getting them right. Because most times when babies are born, they're nocturnal, right? And so the thing that's been most helpful for my kids is just really stimulating them throughout the day, talking to them, laughing with them. I love to look into my baby's eyes and just have a full-out conversation with them. And I tell my baby how thankful I am for her and how happy I am that she's here and what a joy she is. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's more so for me than it is for her because it cultivates in me perspective and gratefulness. It reminds me, right, this is why I wanted to be a mom. I love this kid. This is amazing. And although it's hard, I love the honor of being a mother. So baby is stimulated and awake, and during the day it's loud and it's bright, and then during the night it's dark and it's quiet. The lighting in Abigail's room is very dim, and I'm only changing her diaper if it's a poopy one. Something I've been loving doing with Abigail is just taking a bath with her. It's great for me because I get clean. It feels great on my back. She gets clean, and we just talk and we sing, and it really tires her out for the night. So I think one of the hardest things with the topic of sleep is the concept of my baby will only sleep when they're nursing, or when I nurse them to sleep, or when they're sleeping on me or with the swing on all night long. And so we're going to talk about how to get your baby to independently sleep without needing those things. One of the things that always wakes up my kids in the middle of the night is when they have burps or when they have gas. And I've found when I nurse my babies to sleep, it doesn't give them that opportunity to get all that gas and all those bubbles out. So what I like to do is take them off of the breast or take them off of the bottle before they're completely out. Because a baby that's awake burps so much better than a baby that's totally passed out and asleep. So I take my baby off the breast and I burp her while she's still awake, and I don't let her fall asleep at the breast. Then I sing and I rock her and I get her sleepy, but I don't lay her down completely out. I lay her down while she's still awake and while she still is seeing her surroundings. That way, when she does wake up, she's not completely disoriented, wondering, where's my mom and where's that super comforting nipple I had in my mouth? She knows where she is, and so she's not so startled. And you know, babies and even adults, we wake up several times throughout the night. And so give your baby a couple minutes just to fuss and just to readjust. This is called the pause method. The beauty of this method is that it gives your baby a chance to develop and learn the skill of waking up, adjusting, and going back to sleep without you. I pray that you are encouraged and know that you are loved and know that you are enough. See you soon.